Welcome to our live. It's our first live, our about the Forex market. So I want to do it very quickly. I don't want to take too long here. So let's get into it, okay? So this week we had a very strong bearish trend. The reason I already told you in my video, the last video I recorded, it was because if you see here, the buyers were absorbing this movement, okay? The market was going down, the buyers were absorbing here. You can see on the CVD a lot of aggression, buyers aggression. We had some break of structure, buyers showing they were interested about making a bullish movement. Then the buyers, last week, the buyers made this bullish trend here, and then they were not able to keep the trend. You can see that they were being very aggressive. Let me just show you here. They were still being extremely aggressive, buying a lot. And here on this top, you can see that the market starts going down, even though they are being very aggressive. They are still buying a lot, but the price starts dropping, okay? So here from this level, you can see that they were being absorbed. They absorbed this movement, and then here on the top, they are being absorbed. How they're being absorbed? If they're buying a lot, they're being extremely aggressive, limit orders, okay? They're being absorbed with limit orders, and the market was going down. So this is the reason we had this bearish trend this last week, okay? It's the same reason for all the instruments. So I always trade US Euro, okay? Here is the future market, so it's just Euro futures, GPY futures, but I trade USD, GPY, USD GPY, USD CHF, USD CAD, AUD USD, and GBP USD. So that's the reason of this bearish trend we had this week. But now let's see what is happening in the market. Okay. So if you check here, the Euro futures, we can see that we had a very strong, let me put in red, it's easier, a very strong bearish movement here. This was a squeeze, okay? Very, very high probability that this was a squeeze. Why? On the bottom of the market, we had this very strong movement, price acceleration, with a lot of aggression on the delta. What is aggression on the delta? Sell aggression in this case. Sellers were selling a lot, much more than the average, okay? It means that if you think as a bank, they don't want to sell here, they don't want to be extremely aggressive on the bottom, right? It doesn't make sense to sell a lot on the bottom. You want to sell when the price is expensive and then buy when the price is cheap. So here, this acceleration, this price acceleration, was possibly a squeeze. Why this delta is so negative here? Because the sellers were selling a lot. But if you think, it's most probably buyers closing their trades, okay? So probably they were pressing their stop loss, and then the market did this movement. What is a stop loss of a buy position? It's a sell position. And that's why we had this extremely high aggression from the sell side, okay? So this is the first point. The second point is, here we had this strong aggression from the buy side. Let me zoom it a little bit. So here we had this strong aggression from the buy side. The price went up, was not able to continue on that level, and dropped, broke this bottom. Okay, it was more like a test, but it still, it came here to take some liquidity, some orders. What does it mean? Buyers were being absorbed here. They were buying a lot, and some player was absorbing them, okay? Because they couldn't continue the movement. So there were a lot of limit orders here, stopping the price, okay? So these limit orders were stopping the price, and the market was going down. But then the buyers took control over the market on this level. So it means that this absorption the sellers tried to do failed, okay? After this fail, this absorption failed, we had this very strong movement. This was actually payroll. It happened this Friday. Let me just check GPY if it's, no, there's nothing new here because I'm also waiting for to take a trade. Okay, so let's go. And what is happening right here? Okay, I wrote here, you can already see. Pay attention, this area buyers can be absorbed. Why buyers can be absorbed in this area? Let me zoom it a little bit less. No, it's okay. If you check here, on this level, you can see a lot of aggressions from the buy side. Right here from this level. So we had in this bearish movement, buyers were buying a lot, okay? They were taking a lot of orders from the book and buying a lot, making their positions. And then they could make this bullish movement, okay? They absorbed and made this bullish movement. Now the price showed a little bit weakness here on the top and it's dropping. If the price breaks this level, okay, this bottom, it tells me something very important. What does it tell me? It tells me that buyers absorbed this pullback, okay? This bearish movement. Buyers absorbed. And then they did their movement, which is this bullish movement. But if the market breaks this area again, it tells me that buyers are not strong enough, okay? They couldn't continue the price going up more and more expensive, and the market came and broke this area. If this happens, most probably the price will come do some test here, or maybe a little bit lower, okay? I still think for this week we'll have a bullish trend because we had here an absorption fail. So the sellers were absorbed and again they took the control over the market. So they are under control now. The market can, of course, come here, test this area. It can also break this area. Okay, this can happen. The market break this bottom, and then later we have a bullish trend. Okay, so I think that for long trades, if you want to take positions, I like to take positions of 1 to 7 risk return, 1 to 10. This I would take, for example, in buy position. If I see some opportunity, I might take the trade, record the screen, share here in the channel. But for sell positions, if we have this opportunity here, okay, if euro comes and breaks this level, so for this kind of trade, I would think of something around 1 to 3, maybe not more than this, because I still have this bias that the market is bullish, okay, because of this fail here. All right, we have to check the flow during the week, but for now, for the informations I have now, this is the analysis I can do. So be careful with the stop. If it breaks this level, the market will come down, okay? will come to these levels here, or even a little bit lower. Okay, I will take my trade here if the market breaks this level. Just wait for some pullback maybe, and then take my sell trade. I'll not recommend you to do the same. It's just telling you what I would do. Okay, what I will do actually. But you do whatever you want. I'm just showing this analysis. JPY, again, we had here an absorption failure in JPY. We can see this strong aggression from the buy side. Okay, they were absorbed here. They couldn't have power to continue the movement. The market dropped, and then we continued having a very strong aggression from the buy side. We can see here on the CVD, and then it broke this area. Okay, so again, absorption failed. They failed in this absorption, and now again, for all the market here, JPY, I also think it's bullish. Of course, USD JPY, if here it's bullish for the week, USD JPY is bearish, okay? It's the opposite. I already said this in some of my videos, but it moves exactly the same. The future markets moves exactly the same as the Forex, but the opposite. Some pairs, not all of them, just JPY because it's USD JPY. All the pairs that starts with USD moves opposite from the future market. All the pairs that start with the name of the instrument itself, like Euro USD, moves exactly the same. If futures goes up, Euro goes up. AUD, it's AUD USD, okay? So it also goes up together. So we had this absorption fail, and now on the top, we have an interesting scenario also. We have to wait more, but we see a lot of aggression here during this bullish movement in JPY futures. Okay, okay, so you see here this very, very strong aggression. It started in this bar, so the price was going up, and the sellers were absorbing this movement, okay? They were selling a lot here and absorbing the movement. For now, I don't have enough information to take any decisions or to say, oh, if it breaks this area, so you should buy or sell. No. For now, you just have to wait a little bit and see what happens. What am I waiting for in JPY? If I see weak pullback here, if I see that the market is weak here on this level, I might take some trade here, expecting very strong bullish movement in JPY futures. In the case, USD JPY goes down, okay? So bearish in USD JPY. So I'm waiting for this weak pullback, but if it doesn't happen, the price might continue dropping. I can see already it's a little bit strong, this movement, okay? It's too strong, so probably the market might continue, but if I see in the end of this area here that the pullback, this movement is too weak, if I see some weakness here, I might see sellers being absorbed and take some buy. Okay, if this happens, this would be a really, really nice trade. But we have to wait still. We don't have enough information now to take any decisions in JPY. Next is CHF. CHF, again, we see here absorption fail. All of them happen the same thing. We have this strong aggression. The market, the buyers were absorbed here. The price dropped, but it broke this level. So the buyers, they got control over the market again, and the price went up. What is the point here? That we have to pay attention. CHF, we had a very, very massive aggression extremely massive aggression from the sell side on this top. So here, from this level, they were selling a lot. You can see the delta here and also the volume. I also use volume indicator here. I didn't put in this screen, it's in my other screen. But it's also very huge volume in this area. So we had a very strong aggression from the sell side when the market was going up. So the sellers were absorbing the movement. Okay, so this movement were being absorbed, and the sellers made this bearish movement. Why did I write here sellers possibly absorbed? This analysis I did during the weekends, and that's what is important you to pay attention on the market. Be always watching because the flow sometimes changes. Sellers were absorbing this movement, and then they did this bearish movement here. Okay, so they got the movement, but the price was going up. Okay, the price came here and was going up. If the price breaks this area, it's the same case as zero, okay, but the opposite, right? So if the price breaks this area, think the sellers absorbed, they did the bearish movement after absorbing. They don't want the price break this area anymore because they already absorbed from here, from this area, and they did this bearish movement. If the price breaks this area, the probability is quite high that sellers were absorbed and the price might go up from this level. This is not a simple break of structure. We don't trade this. We don't trade break of structure. It's not because the price is going up from some top or it's going down from some bottom or going up from some top, breaking some structure. We don't take orders like this. It's in specific places, in specific tops, specific bottoms. And this is a clear example, okay? It's very important because here happened an absorption, very strong absorption, you can see here, just so that you can compare. Look the difference, like all the average absorption, okay? Here we had also big aggression, but here you can see the average absorption. And what happened in this level, that's crazy. It was very strong, this absorption. So if the market breaks this level, I just think in buy. It's just buy for me, okay? It doesn't exist anything else. The probability of the market have here a strong bullish trend is very, very high, okay? So just pay attention to this. If the market comes and breaks this bottom again and do some weak pullback on this level, okay, it has to break this bottom and test this level with weak candles, even though I don't have access to flow analysis there, which is delta or CVD, you can see the candles, okay? So from here, you can take some decisions. If the market breaks here, this area on the CHF, and do some weak pullback, so the price might go down. If you take some sell trade here in this area, you can be sure that the price will at least break this bottom, okay? I'm sure. If the price starts dropping, showing that this aggression is having result, the price will at least break this bottom because this is a very, very high aggression, very high aggression. So for me, I have no doubts if we have a weak pullback here, showing that buyers don't have power to continue a bullish movement, and the price starts dropping, at least it will break this bottom. I think it will make bigger movement, actually, a little bit bigger. I still think it's bullish trend. Of course, you have to also check the flow, but even though I think it's bullish trend for the week, it can make this bearish movement testing this area here, okay? Let's see what's gonna happen. Again, if the price breaks the stop, you have to look for buy positions. Don't sell. If the price breaks this, don't look for sell positions. This is extremely risky, okay? CAD, next instrument. So again, absorption fail. Look at this massive buy aggression on the bottom of CAD. The price did this massive buy aggression. They couldn't continue the movement. The price dropped and then boom, broke this area. Absorption failed. So again, I think the market is gonna be bullish for the week here also. In this instrument in Forex, it's going up here, it's going down again. I will say this so that you don't forget. If it's going up in CAD futures, because it's USD CAD, it's going down there in the Forex, okay? So just be aware of this. And here again, we have this high aggression on the sell side. The sellers are being extremely aggressive here. We had this very big aggression on the top, on the bottom, on this bottom, and the price went up. We had this weak movement here on the top, showing that maybe the price can continue going down. But still, if the price breaks this top, we have a confirmation that this aggression was absorbed. And because we also have this fail, it's quite high probability the price goes up from this level, okay? If we have some tests here, I would take a trade. I wouldn't trade the break directly here. Maybe if I have a good risk return, but usually when you take in the tests, when the market come and do some tests in this area, you have better risk return. This is what happens usually, okay? But let's see. If it doesn't break this area, the price will drop, probably past this area, or this area might also break a little bit, but I still have a bias of bullish trend, okay? I wrote here, if it breaks the top, buyers are pushing. Why buyers are pushing? Because this aggression was absorbed and they couldn't get the result, and the price breaks this level, okay? It means that the sellers were absorbed. For now, we have better options, okay? Even though CAD has this scenario, I can understand what is happening, but we have better options with, for example, CHF. We have a very interesting situation. If it breaks here, I will look for buy positions, actually sell positions in USD CHF, or Euro. If it breaks this bottom, I will for sure look for sell positions in Euro USD, okay? So I have better options here. JPY, for now, we have to wait and see what's going to happen with the flow. We don't have enough information. CAD, we have this analysis, but still, I have better options, so I wouldn't trade CAD. Okay. AUD, wow. AUD also. Wow, it's going up. Wow. I think CAD might break this top. Let's see. Maybe not. Okay, let's see. Let's be patient. But okay. AUD also had in this bottom an absorption fail. Okay, absorption fail in this bottom. We had this massive buy aggression. The price went up, couldn't continue the position and dropped. This is an absorption, but it broke this area again, and we had the fail of this absorption. Okay. Now here we are having on this bottom also again, look at this sell, this aggression from the sell side. It's very, very high aggression. They are being extremely aggressive here in this movement. And after this movement, the price is going up. See the power the buyers are putting here to make the price go up. I'm not saying that the price will for sure go up. It has to break the stop. But I also wrote here, wait and see if the price breaks. Okay, it's wrote here. Why? Why did I write here? Because again, absorption. If the sellers, after all this aggression, cannot keep the price under this level, this is not breakup structure, it's absorption. It's very important area. It's not because the price will break here, I will buy just based on breakup structure. No, okay? It's because this is a very important area where sellers had very, very high interest and were putting a lot of sell positions. They were taking a lot of sell positions in this level, and the market dropped, but they are not being able to keep the price low, okay? Lower and lower. It still didn't break. It's not confirmed, so be careful and be patient. But here, in this level, if it breaks, probability very high of the price going up, and we have a very interesting bullish trend from here. Okay, we already have a fail, an absorption fail on this bottom. Next, GBP. GBP, I wrote here, not enough information, just wait. GBP, this is what is happening in GBP. Also, again, I have better options with other instruments, such as Euro or CHF, even GPY. I have a better option there. I just have to wait more, but I can see that I probably have a good opportunity. But GBP, really, I don't have much information. Just know we have a very strong absorption here. You see a very strong aggression from the buy side. They couldn't make the price go up from here. The price dropped. Price broke again. So this absorption failed. The buy side took control again over the market. I can see some aggression from the sell side here. The market dropped. Okay, let's see this level. So it's too thick. So from here, from this level, I can see some aggression. They are selling in this position, and the market is going up. Okay, they continue selling here, and the market is going up here. If it breaks this area, has some possibility of the price continues going up. But again, because this aggression, the sell aggression is not enough, it's too little aggression, I don't think they are enough committed with this position. So for me, it doesn't make sense to take a trade here since I have better options, like I have very clear options with other instruments. But yeah, this is what we can take now, okay? Absorption fail, again, bullish. I'm bullish here for long trades, for 1 to 7, 1 to 10 trades, but we have to wait a little bit more, okay? If it breaks here, probably GBP USD goes up, but still, I wouldn't take a trade here, okay? We don't have enough commitment. Okay, let's see again AUD. Okay, AUD, yeah, it's doing this movement. Let's see if it breaks the stop. CAD, well, CAD is also really nice, actually, you know. If it breaks this position, we also can have a very interesting trade. This is a very beautiful aggression. Also, this big aggression, sell aggression on the bottom. Let's see if it breaks this top right here. JPY, I still don't see a really nice pullback. Very weak pullback in this area to take my position. So just wait. CHF again. Okay, that's it. CHF, sellers possibly absorbed if it breaks this level. If it breaks this level, CHF, it's just buy, okay? In Forex, USD CHF, if here's just buy, USD CHF, just look for sell positions, at least after until it doesn't break this level here, okay? The payroll. No, that's wrong. If it breaks this level, it's difficult to explain. I'll just explain focusing on CHF, okay? You have to know that it's the opposite because it's USD CHF. So CHF futures, if it breaks this level, just look for buy positions in CHF futures, okay? Just buy positions. If it breaks this level and do some weak test, it's important this weak test because the price can come to this level and again go up. Okay, so we have to see this weak test that the buyers don't have power, and then you can take your trade at least from the beginning of payroll. I'm pretty sure if it happens, it will break this level here. Okay, let's see. Euro, again, euro. If it breaks this level, buyers will be absorbed. So if buyers are absorbed here in this level, you can take some trade until maybe this level or this level here. Okay, I do think if buyers are absorbed breaking this level, probably it will break this bottom here. Okay, for me this is the scenario of euro. At least it will come test this level, even though I have a bias of bullish trend. Let's see what happens here. Okay, that is the analysis for this week. Let me see how long it took. Yeah, it took a little bit longer than I was expecting. I was thinking of 20 minutes. It's around 30 minutes. But here we had very important information, how you should take your week and what you should do. Okay, what you should be careful about, important levels to take your trade. You check this live later probably, so you can go on the charts and see what happened after this. If this analysis makes sense or doesn't make sense, if it happened what I said, if it broke this bottom, for example, in euro and the price went down or not, or here in CHF, if it breaks this top, it went up or not. Okay, this is two sure's. Two things that I'm sure right now is that if CHF breaks the stop, the probability of going up is quite high, and if euro breaks this bottom, the probability of doing this bearish movement, at least until this bottom, it's also quite high. Okay, you can see this live later and check on your charts. Okay, for today, that's it. Thank you for your attention.